Welcome back, guys. Sherry here. Now, I've had several of you guys ask me where I get my horse and how it has so many spurs. Now, there's a couple of different places I get my horses from. And the first place, just make your way over to the Hebra Tower. And we're going to jump right across Tanager Canyon, right above Upland Lindor. Now, when you jump from Hebra Tower, it's going to be cold, guys, so you might want to dress accordingly. But when you get closer to land and you start to see horses, I do highly suggest that you use some Sheikah armor, some sneaky armor, because these horses are really skittish. Now, I usually get really lucky and I can land on one. But let's say you get here and you see the horses and you don't like the colors of the horses. Well, guys, just go back to Hebra Tower or just leave the area and come back, because the horses will actually change colors. Now, you want to go for the ones that are solid color. Don't go for the ones that are spotted. The ones that are spotted, they are easier to tame, but usually they have lower stats. So I always go for the solid color ones. Just like this one here. He has 5 spurs, but guys, that doesn't automatically mean that he's going to be fast or he's going to be strong. But now sometimes you can tell if a horse is going to be fast just by galloping with it. You can kind of feel if it's going to be a fast horse or not. But we won't really know the stats until we can get the horse to a stable and get him registered. Now, all of my horses you see here, guys, have come from this area, except for Ivory at the top. That's Zelda's horse, which is associated with Quest. Go talk to Tofa at the outskirts stable, and he can help you out with that. Now, Feisty, as you can see, has 4 strength, 4 speed, and 5 stamina. Now, that's a pretty good horse. And Flagger, he has 2 strength, 5 speed, and 3 stamina. Now, he has a lot of speed, but he just doesn't have a lot of strength and stamina. Now, Blaze has the same stats as Flagger, so I'm going to let one of them go, probably Flagger, so that I can register this one, because we can only have 5 horses registered at a time. And Swift has the same stats as Feisty. So now let's register the new horse and check out its stats. It has 4 strength, 4 speed, and 5 stamina, so I think I'm going to keep him. Now, when you keep a horse, you have to name it, so I'm just going to name this one Stretch. They're also going to give you a saddle and a bridle, but before we move on to the Extra Spurs, I want to show you one more spot where I get these horses. It's pretty much in the same area, guys. It's just right above the Foot Race check-in. This place has some pretty good horses also. And something else I'd like to mention, when you guys are trying to catch these horses, now I'm just the messenger, don't shoot the messenger. In fact, I learned this from you guys. You can actually use a very weak bow, and you can hit them with either a shock arrow or an ice arrow, and it's just an easy way to catch them. And just let them regain consciousness, get up close to them, you can mount them and tame them, and then you can check all of the horses in this area and see which stats that you would like. Now let's talk about some extra spurs. Now guys, there's a couple of different ways we can give our horses extra spurs. After you have registered your horse, you've got a saddle, a bridle, you named your horse, make your way to a stable where you see someone tending horses. Now, to be able to change any gear or mane on your horse, you have to have max bond. Now, to hurry this process along, if you can't get your max bond very quickly, you can feed the horse apples, and I think this just speeds it up a little bit. Now, the first way we can get extra spurs, it does require for you to have the DLC, and that is to obtain the ancient horse armor. There is a bridle and a saddle. If you don't know where to get that, I'm going to leave a link in the description. But not only is the ancient horse gear good for extra spurs, guys, this will allow you to summon your horse from anywhere, as long as your horse is allowed in that area. And as you can see, as I took off, I had 2 extra blue spurs. This is what the ancient bridle does. The saddle is the one you need to summon your horse, and the bridle gives it extra spurs. Now, to get the additional extra 3 spurs that I have, all we have to do is feed our horse an Endura carrot, and that will give it some extra spurs. And you are able to keep these extra spurs from the Endura carrot as long as you don't burn through all of them. If you burn through all of them, just feed your horse another carrot. Now, if you would like to see where to get these Endura carrots, click here. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for over 17,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys next time.